Hi guys, it's Brooke Evans here. I will be showing you today how to do a creative front panel. This is the bang on trend this season with varying in balayage, varying in thick slices, chunks. I wanted to show something a little bit more creative and a little bit more different. I hope you enjoy. So, to start off, I want you to create a middle parting, and then you can decide then yourself really on what you're wanting and how thick you're wanting the piece to be. So I want to show you something a little bit more drastic here. So you're going to take quite a big chunk of the front here. If you're going to do more of a balayage, you'd just be taking smaller size slices to colour. But I wanted to show you something a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to create and take a piece a couple of inches thick. So you pull that down like that. And then what you're going to do is, instead of just pulling a piece from the front straight down, you're almost then going to create a diagonal section going just back, just behind the ear and down. Now this will allow the colour to really pop around the front. Sometimes hair can be a little bit fine around the front section, so if you only do that front panel, you're going to get a real soft finish there, which is great if you're wanting, again, something a little bit more soft balayage feel, but we're wanting something a little bit more drastic. So I'm going to pin this hair out the back out of the way, because you're not going to need this section now. Twist that out of the way. And then we're going to mirror the same on the opposite side. So find your section straight across there like that. Pull forward. It's a little bit too much. And then again, zigzag section so it just finishes just behind the ear. It would help if I hadn't have braided this doll's head previously, but practice makes perfect while we're in quarantine, so we will pin that also out the way. So then you're wanting to just check really, have you got it the same on each side? I think we have. So there's your sectioning. So we'll be using bleach to colour this panel. Now we're using the Blonde Me Schwarzkopf up to 9 levels bleach and the 6% Blonde Me peroxide. I love this. It's great to work with. I do a lot of freehand balayage with this. I don't actually use the cream sometimes. I sometimes just use this and make it a little bit thicker in the pot. So today we'll be going through and we'll be backcombing, because I do still want a little slight of a root drag here, just to make it a little bit more lived in. Let's be honest, no one's going to have fresh roots unless they're colouring it themselves, which you don't want. So while we're backcombing the root area out to create a natural root, a lived-in root, and we'll be using this to lift, and I won't be using any foil or anything, it'll just be freehand and left. This is actually because I don't want to lift this too quick, because I don't feel like it needs it. So. Okay, so with your pintail, you're wanting to create small sections here so it saturates well. If it doesn't saturate, you're going to see the darker pieces through, which is not really what you want in here. So working quite clean. Now we're wanting really to see your hand through this section, which you probably won't with that, it's a little bit too thick. So you're wanting to see your hand through it. So what we're doing here is we're backcombing the hair close to the head here. Now some people do this, some people don't. I like to do it because it just creates that little bit of root and that softness. Now you can put your clip in there to just clean that section up for you, or you don't have to, it's entirely up to you. So, let me turn this head so you can see. Now, what we're doing here is we are, on a diagonal on your brush, is we are just creating some soft brush strokes, and we are dragging down. You're almost wanting to go higher each side. This will allow it to appear softer when it's coloured. And then you are colouring. Make sure it's saturated all the way through. Like so. And that piece is done. Then you can take out your clip that you've in there to hold. And then you're going to take your next section. Again, making sure that you can see your hand on the underneath, which we can, and backcombing that root area just to create a little bit of a root drag here. And again, on the side of your brush, just making that one side a little bit higher. The other side, and you're going to softly just tapering all the edges like so. Second section complete. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to go work all the way up the head. So we're now going to do exactly the same as what we did the one side onto the other side. Obviously you're not going to get it exact, so don't worry too much. But again, just try and be as close to the first side as what you were to this side. From the front, she should look a bit like this. Don't worry about the back comb. The back comb will come out when we condition and brush that through. So we're now going to leave this for around 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and we will keep checking. We want full saturation, and then we can get a little bit creative with the colour. So guys, I've taken it off, but as you can see, the blend around the top is lovely, and that's just from creating that little bit of back comb. It just allows that to look a little bit more lived in. So what you're going to do now is you're going to blow dry this up, and then we're going to apply something a little bit more colourful on here, just because you can. But as you can see, this blow dried up would create such a lovely blonde effect. and not to be too shy either. Obviously we've taken quite a big section. Now we can do this either or. You can paint this to the root and have it a real bright section, or we can have it so it is, you know, a bit more of a root drag and a little bit more into a natural colour. I mean, this even, you might not even have had to tone this if it was something, you know, although we have gone quite soft with this, but even though it's in a big panel, you'll still get a real nice amount of lightness through this front, especially in this up and coming summer months. I think it would look really nice blow dried even now. So I'm going to blow dry this up now and we will get some colour in there. So as you can see, that has blow dried really lovely. We would definitely be able to leave this left in, and no toner is really necessary if you didn't want it to be, if this was on a person for a shoot or just a client. As you can see, that blend there is really lovely in from the root, and then it goes lighter towards this end, which is what we wanted really. You don't need to do this next part if you didn't need to, or you weren't going to want a creative colour, but as this is on a doll's head, I thought we could push ourselves a little bit more and get something a little bit more creative out of this look. Stay tuned. So what we're going to be doing now is we are using the new F.A.M.E Schwarzkopf range. This is great because it's instant dye. So we'll be mixing 9.519 and the red. So we're going to have more of a red root into more of a pearly end. So this will create something a little bit more striking, something a little bit more different, but still creating a soft finish, which is really what we wanted after creating such a nice soft root area. These are fab for toning. They are great for using to change the colour up slightly, and I just think they are a necessity in any salon. They're great for shoots as well, so if you wanted to change that look up, you can use these. So different, there's a huge range of these instant tones, and they start changing on base levels of 6s, so you don't always have to really lift the colour up to begin with, depending on the end result. So we're going to use these. It'll be good. What I will actually be doing here is, as you can see, I've used the colours that I want in the one bowl, and this bowl is empty. So what I want to try and create here is something soft. So with soft being the mindset, I don't want it to be even symmetrical. You know, I want this to be almost like an oil painting. So they will merge together. So I will be using these two colours, and I will be taking some out and popping them in here, and I'll be mixing it as we go. So I will be doing almost like patchwork and blending it through. Again, using a similar technique as last time, starting from the mid to root area and down to the ends to make those ends a little bit lighter. Okay, principle still remains the same. You're wanting to still be able to see through the hair, and you're wanting maximum coverage here. So I've mixed both the colours together to create almost like a rougey sort of tone. We're wanting this to be still soft, so applying the colour like so. Now it's important that you almost take this into the other side as well, so double check the colour through the other side, because what you don't want is to have any remaining bleached bits which will show afterwards and go more of a yellowy tone, which you don't want. So there's the first part. Now what we're wanting now is to blend this in. So I've got the other colour now. This is the 9.519, just to blend those ends in, which is what you're trying to do here. You can rub your finger where it meets, and this will just take it down into a nice evenly toned piece of hair. Again, double checking that the underneath is covered too. And what you see is what you get, so hopefully when this is washed off, you will achieve what is on there already. Now we're going to do the same, we're going to go all the way up with this. I'm just going to wipe my hands so we're not smearing colour over the other pieces. So, next section. And we're going for that rouge again at the top. And I'm also filling it in just like we did the first time round. And checking the other side. And then with the 9.5, 1.9, we're just blending those two colours together. Double checking and down. So we're going to do that all the way up and then all the way on the next section. I'm going to do that now, quickly, so you don't have to go through this whole process for like 20 minutes. Okay? She looks like this. We're going to be leaving this on for another further 15 minutes just to allow the colour to really absorb, and I will show you then some techniques of blow drying and waving afterwards. Okay, we are back now and just about to blow dry. Excuse the noises. Perks of being in self-isolation is I can't control what my neighbours are doing. So the colours worked really well. We've got this really nice soft but a colourful patch going all the way through on the front. So I'm really excited to blow dry this and show you. I'm going to blow dry it up straight, smooth so you can see the final look. And then we are going to put some waves in there and then create something a little bit more beachy in texture. So product of choice will be the Royal Orbe blowout. This is great to add the slickness through the hair, create smooth and straight hair. And we'll be using the Evo root lifting spray to create a bit of volume, which will be brilliant to come and finish off as well our final look. And then we'll go on to a few other products that we'll use to texturise, and hopefully we'll end up with a really cool look. And this is the end result. So you're going from almost like an ox bloody red into those Somerset blondie sort of ends. And if I show you, I turn her around, you get this really nice separation paneling, which is really cool. And the same on the other side. That slice, how you can see that clean cut line is bang on trend. So we're now going to pop a really cool beach wave into this to create some texture. So just literally normal sections that you do. So this is top tip waves. So collect your average section. So you put the hair in, you twist once, you pull down. Now can you see that my hair at the bottom is creating an L shape? So you take that out and you've got this really cool bend. Then what you do is you go back into that bend and you twist it round once and pull, and you creates that bend there. Now you don't want to go all the way down really to the bottom, you want to create a bit more of a cool edgy sort of feel. If you turn it all the way, you're going to get more of a princessy look. So if you leave the ends a little bit straight, I mean you can go back in there and straighten that one piece out, back over, you'll get a more current wave. So we'll do that again. You put it in once, twist, making sure the hairs that are diagonal coming out the other side. Pull down, back in, twist once, and then leave those ends out. Now we'll do this all the way up to this section at the top. Again. Now you can do this all different ways really. You can do it one going this way, one going the opposite way, and creating that sort of feel. But we're really wanting to create a bit of an indent all the way around. That will be something a little bit different to your average wave. So you turn and twist once, pull down, let go, back in, and you just fold in that round. Okay. So it's important that you're always going away from the face. So do you know what, I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller section now. So you go in, pull, and if you can see this hair is going away from the face. Let go, back in, bend over. I'm going to leave those ends quite straight, like so. Again, in, twist, pull, let go, and the same again. I'm now going to do this all the way, and then I'll dress it out for you and show you what result that is. Okay, she is now all waved. So to dress this out, I will be using Shebang Bang Evo, it's like a texturising wax spray, and then I'll be using Osis Session Label Powder Cloud. This is my all-time favourite. It is life. So we're just going to spray through, which will create some texture. And with my wide tooth Cloud9, I'm just going to separate and pull these down. So as you can see, it gives you this really cool, wavy sort of textured feel. And the same on this side. I mean, you could easily wear this out, let alone look cool for a shoot, it would look cool to wear out. I mean, it's endless really what you could use this for. So with the powder cloud, I'm literally just getting through there and just creating a little bit more of an editorial textured feel. And if you really, you know, if I was going to shoot this sort of look, you'd go in there and you'd really accentuate those waves, just look a lot more taller on set. It will just really accentuate the face shape and the texture that you've created in this look. And just where the face framing is, I'll just texturise that bit a little bit more. And there we have our final look. So I'm just going to do a close-up of what we've created today. The colours blend really well, and I just wanted to show you as well what's great about this look is we've gone for it to be slightly different here with the colouring and the tone, but I just wanted to show the technique more than anything because this could be used in so many different ways. It's such a versatile technique and I think it really works. So I hope you like the look that we've created today. If you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to email me or send me a message on Instagram.